Hello students, now we shall look at the very popular fuel cell that is known as phosphoric acid fuel cell, also known as proton exchange membrane fuel cell. You can see here uh, again the similar diagram, like you have got a anode to the right, left, and cathode to the right, and the fuel is supplied to the anode, and air is supplied in the cathode. So the anode reactions, the generation of electricity takes place, and what is released is only water and heat. The reactions at the anode are hydrogen gets converted into hydrogen positive ions as well as two negative ions, and at the cathode this oxygen reacts with these positive ions in the presence of electrons to produce water. So phosphoric acid fuel cells consist of anode and cathode made of finely dispersed platinum catalyst on carbon and silicon carbide structure that holds the phosphoric acid electrolyte. So here the expensive platinum is used as a catalyst. In phosphoric acid fuel cells, protons move through the electrolyte to the cathode to combine with oxygen and electrons, producing water and heat. This is the most commercially developed type of fuel cell and is being used to power many commercial premises. So it can not only power your car, but even I have seen buses also, like in Bangalore International Exhibition Center. Last year I have seen this fuel cell bus by developed by BHEL, Bharat Heavy Electricals Limited. Even for cars also, this same proton exchange member PM or phosphoric acid fuel cells, they are widely used. So this is a commercially developed actual technology. Phosphoric acid fuel cells use liquid phosphoric acid as an electrolyte. The acid is contained in a Teflon bonded silicon carbide mix and porous carbon electrodes containing a platinum catalyst. So Teflon is the very smoothest material in the world, and silicon carbide is abrasive, and platinum is an expensive noble metal. So these are used, and the electrolyte is the phosphoric acid. Phosphoric acid fuel cells is considered as the first generation of molten fuel cells. It is one of the most mature cell types and being used commercially with over 200 units currently in use. This type of fuel cell is typically used for stationary power generation, but some PAFCs have been used for power large vessels such as city buses. So these PAFCs are more tolerant to impurities. We have seen CO2 is a impurity, sulfur is an impurity, even particulate matters are impurities, but these are tolerant because we are using platinum as a catalyst. And the efficiency also high, almost 85% efficiency when used for cogeneration of electricity and heat. So whatever, not only electricity we are generating, but also the heat whatever is produced, that is used, then the efficiency, combined efficiency, it can go up to 85%. But if you are using only for electricity generation, like operating your car or bus, then it will have around 40% efficiency, plus or minus 2%. PFC is also less powerful than other fuel cells given the same weight and volume. So basically, especially when you are using these fuel cells for transport applications, mobile applications, then the question of weight and volume comes, because we have got limited space in the car and bus. Okay, so we whatever the technologies are there, like petrol is there now, diesel technology is there. So we are using less we are carrying less quantity of fuel, and it can take us for long distances. Okay, so power density comes into picture here. But these fuel cells as of today, they have got more weight and volume. As a result, these fuel cells are typically large and heavy. Okay, but now they are being made compact, and they are also expensive as they use platinum as a catalyst. Because of platinum, they are expensive. Okay, so this was about phosphoric acid fuel cell, and the last discussion we look into the solid oxide fuel cell. Thank you.